What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Now in this video, I'm going to be going over my watch list for the trading week of May 23rd, 2022. Let's get to it. Okay, the catalysts. Throughout this week, we have quite a few Fed officials speaking, including Jerome Powell on Wednesday. We have quite a few big retailers reporting earnings. The FOMC minutes will be released on Wednesday at 2 p.m. And last but not least, we got monkeypox in the United States. I'm not sure how much that'll affect the market, but let's just keep it on our radar just in case. With that, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's earnings calendar. All right, so we have quite a few retail companies reporting earnings this week, and a lot of them did fall already in sympathy to what Target reported last week. So it's kind of hard to say what kind of range they're going to have, even if they report good earnings to the up or to the downside. Of all of these companies, the one that I'm most interested in is going to be Costco. So that one did make my watch list this week. Other companies that I'm going to be keeping my eye on is Xpeng, Zoom, Nvidia, Snowflake, and Splunk. With that, let's go ahead and get the watch list started. Okay, first up is going to be Snowflake, ticker symbol SNOW. Now here I have it pulled up on the daily chart, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory on this stock. Now, just in case you don't remember or you weren't around back then. All right, so back in September of 2020, there was a lot of excitement around this company when it IPO'd. It came out around $200 and it ran all the way up to $429 before selling off. It bounced at around $190 and ran right back up and hit $405. Okay. Now this, like I said, this company IPO'd around $200. Now if I move over to the volume profile, just in case you're not familiar with the volume profile, it shows you where the majority of the buyers hold this stock. Okay. Now to read this, where you see the small lines here, well, the graph is really low. That means not that many buyers. So there weren't that many buyers around $430, and it wasn't that many buyers around $125. So throughout the hype of this stock, the most buyers came in around $235. Okay, so keep that in mind when we go over the levels for this upcoming week. And let's move over to the 4-hour chart. Zoom in a little bit right here. All right, so on the bullish side, if Snowflake comes out with great numbers and good guidance and it holds above $140, the first level that I'm looking for at the test is around $150. If it has enough volume, the next level that I'm looking for at the test is around $166. I don't see it getting any higher than this right here. Now on the bearish side, I didn't mark off any levels, but I'm looking at this one as, like I said, a lot of the owners of this stock bought in around $235. So right now they're almost down $100 per share on this stock. Now if this company, which is not profitable just yet, comes out with bad numbers or bad guidance in this market, how the market is right now, I'm looking for this one to tank with a lot of people selling their shares. Okay. And the first level that I'm looking for it to come test is around $125. If it can't hold that, then the next level that I'm looking for it to come test is around $100. I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped below that over the next coming weeks with bad guidance. All right, so keep Snowflake on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, up next is Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA. Now here I have it pulled up on the weekly chart just to show you this consolidation range that started back in September of 2020. It spent a lot of time in this range before breaking out to its all-time high. But you can see on the way down that it looks like it's trying to get right back down to this level again. All right. Well, for good news for Nvidia holders is that over the last 2 weeks, it got down to around $156 or so, and buyers came in and bought it back up for the last 2 weeks. So that's good news for Nvidia holders. Now Nvidia doesn't report earnings until after hours on Wednesday, so a lot could happen by that time. So we're just going to go over the levels that we have right now. Now by Wednesday, Nvidia is still holding $161. The first level that I'm looking for to come test is around $187. Now given this market's environment, I don't see it getting any higher than this. But by some off chance it does break through $187, the next level that I'm looking at is around $208.50. You can see right here that this was prior support before it broke down right here. So right now this $108.50 levels is now resistance. Okay, now on the bearish side, if Nvidia decides it wants to sell off and the market's selling off, the first level that I'm looking for at the test is around $143. Okay, and if it does break through $143, I'm looking for it to come consolidate in this range with a low of around $122 or so. All right, so keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, up next is Costco, ticker symbol COST. Now here I have it pulled up on the weekly chart to show you this consolidation range I drew out right here that started back in October of 2020. The range is between $388 and $360, and you can see it spent a lot of time in this range before it broke out. Costco has got as high as $612, but it's been having a pretty rough time of things for the last 4 or 5 weeks now. You can see it looks like it's headed right back down to around $390. Now, Costco doesn't report earnings until after hours on Thursday, and there are other retailers that's going to be reporting before that, so their earnings numbers could affect how this one does prior to Thursday. And if that happens, I'm looking for Costco to come down and test around $390. If it can't hold that, I'm looking for it to get within this range here and no lower than $360. That would be fantastic if it does go all the way down here and Costco reports good earnings and then it shoots right back up to around $400. That would be a good play to the downside and to the upside. So keep Costco on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, and the last one we're going to be taking a look at is Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. Now here I have it pulled up on the weekly chart here, and this isn't necessarily an earnings play because this is Thursday pre-market and the Chinese markets open prior to the US, so anything that happens is going to be baked in prior to the US markets opening. So we're just late to the party and I'm not interested in playing catch up with that. But what I did want to show you is this 4-hour trend that I'm watching. All right, so let me zoom in on the 4-hour, and this is the level right here, $87.25 or so. If Alibaba cannot hold this 4-hour trend, I'm looking to short it to the downside to around $80. Now, if I go over to a trade that I did earlier this past week, was UPST. And let me show you this one. Now this one on the 4-hour chart, you can see I drew this trend line, and as soon as it broke beneath this 4-hour trend, I went to short it, and it was pretty easy because the market was selling off as a whole. Now if I zoom in on the 5 minute rather, you can see as soon as it broke this 4-hour trend, you can see it held quite a few times over the like 30 minutes or so, but as soon as it broke beneath it, I got in and shorted this all the way down. This is the kind of scenario that I'm looking for Alibaba also. So let's go back to Alibaba, BABA, and this is the level right here. So Alibaba. So I'll be watching this one on Monday and Tuesday. As soon as if Alibaba drops below this 4-hour trend line, I'm going to short this one down to around $80 or so. All right. So keep this one on your watch list and let's see what happens. And that is the end of the video. If you found value, please smash that like button and consider subscribing. Here's wishing you a prosperous week of trading. And until next week, talk to you later.